are listening to Jazz Brothers. They're playing Sugarcane from their 2009 release, Into the Night. This track and all the other music you'll hear on the show today are my original compositions. So I hope you like them. So my wife tells me that I repeat myself, and I think she's right. I think, in fact, she must have been sitting in on some of my lessons, because what I do an awful lot throughout the day with most of my students is I'm usually going through some of the very basic things that are important, like, are you counting? And count out loud usually comes right after, are you counting? And then slow down. Try not to rush. That usually comes right after slow down. Are you working with a metronome at home? That's a good one. I am having a hard time finding a good metronome. The ones that I find seem to be speeding up and slowing down a lot. I don't know what it is. So there's the metronome thing. And then sit up, slow down, take your time playing things. Did I mention counting out loud? Slowing down? Yeah, and these things I keep repeating, throughout the day. So, I don't know, last week I think it was, someone actually asked me if I could tell them, what the tips are, some of the secrets and some of the tricks to playing jazz. And I went, I wish I knew what they are, because I would be using them if I knew what those tricks are. So then I started thinking about it, and I thought, yeah, you know what? I know exactly what those little tips are and what those tricks and secrets are. And so here they are. Count out loud, work with a metronome, play things slowly, and repeat things over and over and over. And I think if there's one thing that I am finally learning myself, it is you really can't play something too often. So, you can't play the first 4 bars of Stella by Starlight too many times. In fact, probably have not played them enough. So, yeah, it's the same thing I repeat all day long. It's really the basics of things. Use a metronome. Practice, that's pretty important. So when you do practice, hopefully it's every day, keep all these things in mind. And, one thing I like to think of is you're working on several things at a time when you're practicing. So think about it. Are you counting? Are you counting out loud? Slow down. Don't play too fast. Don't rush through things. Try not to rush. Try not to drag. And work with the metronome. Sit up. Slow down, all those things. There's just 4, 5, 6 basic elements. You're working on them, pretty much all at once if you're really thinking. So you might look at it like this. If you're not working on them all at once, you're probably practicing something wrong or incorrectly, in which case I like to say, well, then we can probably play it well. We can probably play it wrong really well. Thanks. So, until next time, I'll say goodbye to you and to the old dog next door.